All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pound Lounge.
I'm your co-host, Bad Luck, and your host, is
Dan.
yes. Okay. So what's the first topic for today?
I will say that's the best intro we've done, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys will never see our private one, but it was awful. We messed up 2 times in a row.
Yeah, we were talking over each other and everything, and it's hard because we're just recording this as if we are like talking on the phone. Not only are we not in person, but we're not even in a video chat, so we can't see each other's lips move,
Mm-hmm.
so that's going to be the difficult thing for sure is so I think that's why maybe we should just take our time, and it's fine if we wait a couple seconds for the other person to talk.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see how it all works out. It's not going to be perfect our first few podcasts.
No, it won't. Trust us, audience, it won't.
So yeah, the Pound Lounge. Do we want to talk about that for a little bit? Why we decided to call it the Pound Lounge?
I thought it was just because it was funny, but I think he had a different reason.
Well, honestly, mostly is just because the two words go together. It just makes sense. It sounds like it could be it sounds like it could be anything from like a gay strip club to a doggy daycare. So
I took it as like two bros, like here, pound it, bro, and like fist pounding. But then I also knew it had like the gay innuendo, so I was like, that's perfect.
well, it just has obviously pound. That's a sexual innuendo, but I mean, yeah, no, I like that it could mean anything to anybody. And lounge is just literally because it's just a place, a lounge is a place to chill. That's all this is, just chilling and talking shit. So
Two friends hanging out and shooting the shit.
yeah, like that. Remember that Vine from? Wait, Did you ever watch Smosh on YouTube back in the day?
Oh gosh, it was like 12 years ago, so I'm not sure.
Okay, well,
That was like,
one
tell me
of
the video.
one of the creators of Smosh had a Vine account back in the day, like literally 2014 or something, and he made that iconic Vine of he's recording two dudes in a hot tub at a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
two dudes sitting in a hot tub 10 feet apart because they're not gay. I love that. That's us, except we are
Yeah,
gay.
it's perfect. Yeah, just not for each other.
Yeah. So, all right. First topic of discussion. Let's talk about things that we like to do in the summer for fun. And I say the summer, one, because it's like, okay, let's narrow it down a little bit, something that you just like to specifically do in the summer. But also summer because you and I both come from the northern climates. So there's things that we can only do in the summer that we can't do during the winter. So
Yes, yeah.
I'll start with myself, or do you have anything just off the top of your head? Because I kind of just sprung this topic on you.
Not really. I mean, I always like my family's always gotten like those above ground pools. And if you've never had them, they're freezing even in the hottest of days. So obviously they're only a summer activity.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's pretty much what I did entire summer growing up, and even now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
uh,
I just moved down here. I just moved to Florida 3 weeks ago, and it's obviously completely different in Florida because it's warm. I mean, it's hot here for like freaking 8 months out of the year, and then it's warm for like the next 4. But up in Maine, where I just moved down here from, I assume is a lot like where you're from. I won't dox it, but But yeah, it's like literally just 3 months out of the year that you can swim in a pool up there. If it's not above 70
Yeah.
in the water temperature, you're not gonna want to swim in it. Especially if you're a guy.
Yes.
You know, as soon as your balls touch that water, you're gonna go into some kind of shock. If it's
You're
below
a
70.
woman. You're gonna become a woman.
Yeah.
It's gonna retract right back in. But funnily enough, we figured out a way. We redneck rigged it, so it's not as cold. We literally just got a brass tube, like that can go on like a barbecue.
Okay.
Stuck two ends of a hose through it, and then one end of the hose through it back to it, and literally just suck the pool water through that brass tube on the hot barbecue, back through the other end back to the pool.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah, we got a vacuum pump, like water vacuum pump, attached it to a hose, attached that to something that could go on the grill, turn the grill on full blast, and the other end reconnected to a hose that went right back into the pool.
You weren't lying about the redneck rigging. I thought you were just gonna
No.
say like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we like hooked up some kind of heat pump to it and it's janky. But no, you fucking are using a barbecue
No.
grill to heat your goddamn pool?
Yep, absolutely, it worked.
That's cool. That is
Absolutely.
awesome. And it works?
We had to use duct tape. It worked. It worked a lot. It like raised the pool temperature by 10 degrees. It was still chilly, obviously, because like the water temperature is like normally C, but or like C. But it made it bearable that even on a chilly day you could go in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I miss swimming in pools. I mean, my sister's got a pool and I don't live far away from her, but it's one of those like Florida pools that aren't really made for swimming laps. And I mean, it's a nice pool, but I miss just like going to a pool and just getting a workout in a pool. Because you can't really do that in the ocean all that much if you just go to the beach. And I love the beaches down here.
No.
That was a big reason why, because I wanted to be able to go to the beach basically all year long. But but you can't really get like a workout in the water. But I'm fine with that. I love just chilling in the water, the ocean water.
Yes,
And-
I used to love the water. Oh, well, if you want to keep talking, you can first.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I would spend hours in that pool, and I was like 11 at the time, and this is when I stopped spending so much time drinking. My parents were talking, and she meant this as a compliment, but as a kid, even I could be like, not a real compliment. But my mom says I was swimming in the pool. He's majestic and graceful, like a whale.
She called you a whale.
She called me a whale.
Damn.
Great like a whale.
Okay.
I was fat.
Nice.
That does not.
Hey.
That's not a compliment. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? At least she didn't coddle you. Okay. She set you up for the real world. You can say that.
You can say that. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I used to when I was a kid, my family, we lived in this house for a few years and my parents had an in-ground pool put in, and I loved that thing. Like the kids in the neighborhood would come around and we'd go, oh my God, I used that a lot. We had a little water slide. The water didn't work on it, so you better not slide down it unless you get it wet beforehand, or else you'd freaking just get a get a rash, basically.
Yeah, a water man.
But
Oh,
yeah, I love that thing. You know what I love in pools? You know what I love? Volleyball. Pool volleyball. You ever play that?
I've actually never played volleyball.
You've never played volleyball. Really?
No,
Oh my gosh.
really.
It's
I've never played it. It was,
well, that's right, because you were homeschooled, so you never had physical education, right?
I was homeschooled after high school. I did have like PE and stuff, but like I think they covered volleyball once, and I was sick that week. And
Convenient.
every other time was just laps or kickball, which I loved kickball. to be
Okay.
fair.
Volleyball's fun though, but you know what I really like really, really like, is badminton. Have you played badminton?
Oh, it's been forever. I don't even remember all the rules, but I did play that a lot.
Oh, I never played
As a
rules. Yeah. Like, and it's been a long time with me too, but I want to get back into it again. I really do. I just need a friend to to play it with down here. I don't know, maybe my brother-in-law is talking about wanting to like build something for his pool. So maybe we could do that. But nah, dude, badminton, I fuck with badminton. And I think it's just because it's cool. It's like tennis, but it's like tennis meets volleyball, and you play with a little birdie. I don't think they're called birdies. I think it's called like a shuttlecock. They're called shuttlecocks. That should be my Twitter
A
name.
game man named that.
Yeah, that should be my Twitter
Oh,
name.
I get it.
Shuttlecock warrior, something like that.
You're going to get flat.
What are you talking about?
You cannot
Listen,
just-
no one's gonna be listening to this.
You cannot-
one. Two, I'm
The
allowed to say
algorithm's going to get us
shuttlecock.
flagged.
it's a thing. Okay?
Oh.
Sue me over the word shuttlecock. I don't care.
You don't need to emphasize the cock part, though.
Well, then they shouldn't have
You're
named it
emphasizing-
shuttlecock. They shouldn't have done that because anyone's gonna emphasize the cock in shuttlecock. Should have known better.
A gay man definitely named that. 100%. That was a gay man's name.
I mean, I don't know. Did a gay man name the male chicken a cock?
Probably. Or a woman.
Why are cocks?
Like, man, male chickens
Call
are
it
dicks.
cocks.
Oh, I know what I'll call them.
All right. Next subject. Let's stop talking about that, or else maybe we actually will get in trouble. Okay. So you know that I ride a motorcycle. I've gotten really into motorcycle riding the last year. And I just moved down to Florida a few weeks ago. So I've been riding my motorcycle when I can, when it's not too hot, when it's not raining, things like that, because it rains freaking whenever it wants to down here, randomly.
Mm-hmm.
So today I went for a ride, and I was probably gone for like 45 minutes, an hour. And I kind of like to drive out of the city and just kind of into the country a bit, because Florida does have country. It gets Alabama real quick, actually,
Mm-hmm.
out here in Florida. And I was driving like 50 miles an hour on this highway, and it's a 3-lane highway it's short, and then eventually goes. You know what? I think it might stay 3 lanes. I don't know. I can't remember. But this freaking old dude in a sporty, small little Mercedes coupe pulls out in front of me while I'm going 50 miles an hour. He pulls out in front of me. Clearly, he probably didn't even see that I was coming, for one. And I could tell he was an old dude because I put on my front brakes, and luckily I didn't like just grab a whole fistful of the front brake, because I would have the front tire probably would have locked up if I had done that. And my bike doesn't have ABS, automatic braking system, I believe it stands for, which is what all new cars and all new motorcycles have.
Oh.
So I would have crashed if I had just grabbed a whole fist, like grabbed the front brake real hard. I would have just crashed on my motorcycle. Luckily, I didn't do that. I just applied the brake, swerved to the left. Luckily, there was no one coming from the left behind me, and got out of it. But he didn't even acknowledge me. I didn't like flip him off or anything like that, or even honk my horn, just because there's really no reason in that. But I don't even think he knew what he had done, because a mile down the road he comes up and then like passes me and gets in front of me, just like, but he slowly passes me because I'm just cruising at like 60, 65, and he just slowly passes me, and yeah, I don't even think he fucking knew what he had done. Like he probably didn't even see. And my motorcycle's loud as fuck, and
Yep.
I'm telling you, like, these old people down here, and I gotta get used to it because there's a shit ton of old people down here. There's a shit ton of people in general down here, and
They can't drive. Like, that's a stereotype in Florida. They cannot fucking drive.
and it's just like I don't know. I mean, I haven't really run into any bad drivers. I'm probably the worst driver down here, to be honest, when I'm not riding my motorcycle, that is. But it's just there's a lot of old people, and it's not even the winter yet when the snowbirds come down. So I really just gotta get used. I gotta be prepared. Like, these old people are gonna try to take my life, and I always wear a helmet. Haven't been wearing any jeans or a motorcycle jacket or gloves, because I left my gloves and motorcycle jacket in Maine, and it's too hot for jeans. So, I mean, I'm still kind of screwed if I get into an accident, but I'm just going to try to not get into an accident.
Dude, there's a reason why if a motorcycle is your only form of transportation, your life expectancy is 2 years. Like,
I know.
Be careful.
I know, and I love my motorcycle. It's not the best looking, but I just love it though, because it's dependable and it sounds great, and I love it. I love the motorcycle to death. But my next one, and I'm really into motorcycles, so I know I want more. Like, I just want more. And my next one, I really do want to make sure that it has ABS. Which ABS is just electronic braking. It senses when you're braking, and it makes it so that your wheels don't lock up. So you won't go into a skid and crash your motorcycle just from braking. So I'm definitely going to make sure my next one has ABS. I'd love traction control, which is just another added benefit. You know, if it's raining, you can put on traction control. It kind of tunes down the motorcycle, makes it so it's not as twitchy or responsive, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, raining here, like every car basically, well, it should, not every car does, but every car here should basically, and every driver here has to be taught, like, what do you do if you lose control and you're like, hydroplane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Because here,
I don't think I have ever hydroplaned.
It's happened a few times when I've been in the car. It's scary, but it's kind of also expected.
Well, I mean, dude, I've lost control of my car many times in the winter on snow and ice. So I assume it's similar, but I don't think I've ever done it just like actually hydroplaned from water.
I'm trying to think. It is similar to when you go over ice, but ice you still like feel like the ground underneath you, if that makes sense. When you're hydroplaning, like you literally feel like you're flying. Like you can feel your car's like weightless right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, let me tell you this story. So, this happened my senior year of high school. I was driving to school with my friend Jake, and it was in the winter. And we were probably high because we used to smoke on the way to school. And then we're driving like these back roads because we lived in rural Maine. And my car, basically, I just lose traction. You know, rural Maine, winter. It had snowed like probably the day before or something, so there's still snow on the road, ice, slush, whatever. I lose control of my car and I do 360s in the middle of the road. And I luckily, because when you're doing 360s, you don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know where you're going to land. You don't know if your car's going to gain control again in the next 5 feet or if it's going to slide another 20 feet. Luckily, it stayed right in, I landed in the middle of the road. So I didn't go into a ditch. Because if I went into a ditch, I would have been screwed. Because
Oh yeah.
can't get out of that. You know, I just landed in the middle of the road, got my shit together, and then just drove wicked slow to school. But
That shaved a few years off your life.
yeah, and if you don't have like good tires and you know, you got to have at least front wheel drive. You can't be driving a rear wheel drive vehicle on the snow or ice. And I mean, everyone knows that. That's why no one does up there. But yeah, the last few years I was living up there, I really didn't have too much of an issue with it. But yeah, you just got to be real careful. And down here, I'm telling you, when it rains, people slow down on the road. And I didn't know why at first, but I get it. Because when it downpours down here, it's like the rain bounces off the pavement or something. And it's just, the visibility goes way down. I'm telling you, it's a different kind of rain. It's weird.
Yes. Yeah. And oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought somehow.
Sorry,
but,
I just talked a bunch of bullshit for a while.
Well, okay, so since we're talking about ice and stuff, I just wanted to bring up something. It's funny hearing like other people's perspective from like other icy areas, because my sister, who went to North Dakota and lived there for 2 years, where it's nothing but ice when it's cold, like you know, just. But like no one's afraid of it or even cares about it because it's all just flat ground. Like there's no ditches or anything. It's just straight miles of road. So they'll still go like 80 with ice and not give a shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, and if you have studded snow tires, also if you got studded tires, that helps a lot with the ice because it will grip. You know, the studs will grip onto the ice. But yeah, up in Maine, it's real hilly. So if you lose control going down a hill, I mean, you could end up in a ditch, or you might hit someone in front of you that's parked or something like that. And vice versa, if you're going up a hill and you lose control, you might slide backwards or something. You know, that's the shit. That's the shitty thing, and that's stuff that I'm not gonna miss. You know, I'm not gonna miss the winter in general, the snow and the ice. I'm not gonna miss that. I freaking hate the winter. I don't do that ice fishing shit, and I'm not rich enough to own a snowmobile, so you know.
No, fuck snow and ice. It sucks when you actually have to go somewhere.
For sure, and it's just everything. So your car's so dirty during the winter. It's so damn dirty. The inside of it, the outside of it, just everything is. And it's like, you know, I'm glad I won't be having to deal with that. So
yes. Okay, so we've covered summer activities, our hatred for winter. Do you want to switch topics to something else?
Sure.
Okay. So we have anime, video games. Oh, also for the audience, since we haven't like really acknowledged you right now, we basically picked out just 4 topics.
We don't need to acknowledge them, okay?
Oh my, you're right. They're a redheaded stepchild. Go away.
Yeah, they can.
Don't listen.
Listen, they can listen to us and they can enjoy it, and I'm sure they're enjoying it thoroughly right now. So
I'm sure they clicked off.
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. Just we picked out 4 topics because we tested this 2 days ago, without topics picked out, and it was awful. Even for us, and trust us, we're biased as fuck. We think we're awesome, and we still were wow, this is trash, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I do think that that audio issue that we had the last time is going to go away. I don't think it's an issue right now because I believe it was from the AC, and the AC is not even on right now. So,
because I don't remember it the first time we actually managed to record something. I don't believe.
well, that was when I was still in Maine. So yeah, that was
but
at
like,
yeah.
like it should be the AC then.
I think it was. I think it was the AC because I was sitting right next to the actual AC unit when I was recording.
You dumb bitch.
Listen, it's a good setup. And now I'm kind of sitting in the kitchen area, but whatever. This is also a good setup, so it'll work. It'll work. Why don't we end it here though? Because we said that we were just going to do like 25, 30 minutes. So how about instead of getting into another one, how about we just end it here for the first one?
Yeah, that totally works.
Okay.
I hope our audience had a fun time listening to you guys dick around.
Yeah, I think we're going to be doing this. I'd like to do it at least once a week. One episode a week. Once we get better with it, we'll probably do longer episodes. 35, 45, maybe an hour long, stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll probably eventually end for like an hour.
Yeah, and maybe
honestly, if it could become a full-time job, which you never will, we're not expecting that. But if it became a full-time job, we'd probably aim for 2 hours at that point.
Yeah, maybe we'll have guests or other people on. Make it interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So I hope everyone had fun, and this is your co-host Bad Luck signing off. And Daniel, you want to finish it up?
Can I do an ASMR ending?
Oh fuck! Go ahead.
Thank you everyone for listening to our podcast, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
See ya!
Poor audience.